Hi, welcome to No Comparison. This time around, we got two fragrances that are gonna, I guess, excel in cooler weather. They don't share a note. What they do share is they both have a smoky wear to them. So these are scents that you're gonna wear that are smoky. One of them is gonna be safe to wear, accessible, work well in the office. The other one is a challenging monster, and while I love it, I wouldn't recommend blind buy to anybody. I'd say absolutely test it. So let's go into which fragrances I'm talking about. The first one I'm going to mention is Dasein Winter Nights. This was released in 2016. It was a collaboration release. The perfumers were the collaboration. So Sam Rader is the Dasein house perfumer, and Josh Meyer is from Imaginary Authors. The notes listed for Winter Nights are coastal forest, driftwood bonfire, cardamom tea, lavender, and wild musk. 50 mils of this fragrance. It's about $125 US. It has, you can't see it really well from this sample, but the liquid for this, if you see the full bottle, it's kind of like a clear black. And from what I've seen, it does fine on the skin. I don't know how it'd be on the clothing. I'd like to get my hands on a bottle and get to test that with something that I don't mind getting stained. This is a fragrance that I'd like to have a full bottle of, let me mention. So they call it a woody aromatic. The other fragrance that I have, the challenging Halloween Beast Monster, is Hiram Green's Hyde. So here's the box. Handsome bottle. So the new bottle, you notice on this dark juice, you can't really see the branding for Hiram Green or Hyde. The new bottle, it's the same bottle, but it has gold lettering, so it shows up even on a dark fragrance like this. I have them on each wrist. I'll show application as well. For Hiram Green Hyde, released 2018, the nose behind it, Hiram Green. Lemon, bergamot, birch tar, cassie, labdanum, vanilla, oak moss. There's your notes. And it's classified as a leather. So let's start off discussing Winter Nights. Do an application here. I wish I had a spray bottle, guys. I don't. So we're going with just old-fashioned classic dab application here. It's plenty. I've worn this to the office, lasts several hours, lasts the entire day for me. It's not projecting the whole time. It is something that when it dries down, you got to get closer to the person to smell. Oh, it smells good though. Yes, it smells good. It says coastal forest. What I get from it is like greenwoods. Greenwoods, coastal forest, driftwood bonfire, coastal forest, smoke. I don't get the cardamom tea. I can say now that I do get some lavender in there, and it smells like true lavender. It doesn't smell like some perfume lavenders. They say lavender, and you recognize that that's what they mean, but it doesn't smell like the lavender plant. The lavender you get in this, it's not strong, but what you pick out of it, it smells more like true lavender. And then there's this wild musk. Whenever it dries down, it really softens up. The smoke settles more, and you still get the greenness, but you get the softer features of the musk. And the smoke stays, it does, it's just not as prominent in the dry down. Because there's still a lot of green in this. So imagine it's a cold night, cold winter night. You're walking out in a remote area, You got leaves crackling under your feet. And a little ways off, there's a campfire. There's some smoke up in the trees. It's just coming through a breeze. And it's going through just green, evergreen trees. So you're getting something that's smoke that's been lessened a little bit. It's not so dense, you know, it's airy. You're getting whiffs of the smoke. So someone that wants to try a smoky scent, but they've never tried one and they don't want to get something that's too out there or too just aggressive, I think Winter Nights, 125 for a 50 mil. It's not cheap, but it's a solid fragrance. It smells good in my opinion. I wouldn't say blind buy it, I'd say test it. But I think that most people will probably like it and enjoy wearing it. It doesn't necessarily smell like any fragrance you just grab at Sephora. So it doesn't smell like a traditional perfume. It smells like an area you've walked into. So wearing it is kind of fun. I mean, really, I like it. It's good stuff. Let's go on to Hiram Green Hyde. Hiram Green Hyde. So I told you that I hadn't noticed any staining on my person with Winter Nights. But with Hyde, I have noticed if I accidentally sprayed too close and it pulled a little bit on the skin, I'd see some of this color. Hadn't seen that on clothing. Just make sure you have a good distance when you spray, because it affects the smell of the scent as well, for me at least, with application. Okay. Wow. This beast right here, when you spray this, anything else you're wearing, get out of the way. That's what happens. Challenging, difficult. It's like you're wrestling down this hairy monster that was dancing around a campfire all night, and it's just fighting with you. And everyone's looking at you like you're crazy. But eventually, it calms down and you just love it. When I first smelled Hyde, I got this smoky root beer scent from it. So imagine taking a lot of the sweetness out of root beer, but then taking like the flavor and the spice in it, and then just having thick, velvety, suffocating smoke just blow straight through it. And that's kind of like what I would get. There's people that online will mention getting like barbecue smoke smell. I can see that. I can absolutely see that. This is such a unique and interesting fragrance. There's something very heavy about it, something that just weighs on you. It's so heavy. But at the same time, there's something invigorating about it. And it's not a fresh scent. It's not. Like lemon, bergamot, I don't get that at all. Vanilla, I don't get it. Oak moss, I don't get it. The labdanum, maybe. But really the birch tar is what I get the most of. The birch tar in this is such a give me the spotlight note that it just kind of runs over everything else. So I said this was released in 2018. If I didn't, it was released in 2018. I think I mentioned it's won an award in 2018 or 2019. Maybe it was this year. But both of these are really going to shine in the cool weather. you shouldn't wear this to the office. I would maybe sneak one spray on my undershirt and wear it to the office just because I want to smell it myself. But I wouldn't be surprised if someone complained at me. So that'd be rude, I guess. It's strong. It's really strong. If you go and you wash your hands and you get water on you wherever you sprayed, the scent is going to open up all over again. Oh, but it's so intriguing. It's challenging. It's challenging. Test it. If you have any interest at all, don't blind buy this. I blind bought this and got the sample after I had already made the blind buy decision. Was waiting for it to ship out to me. Then finally I get the sample. And when I first sampled it, I was like, what did I get myself into? I don't want this scent. This is too much. This is too challenging even for me. But then I pushed through. I kept wearing it. It's not something that I can go up to my wife and she loves it. I'm not saying that this is a beautiful scent. I'm saying it's in ways an incredible scent. It's something that this guy made out of all natural ingredients, and somehow it performs like it does. It's just a complete monster. I wore this on Halloween. It was appropriate. Yeah, I just enjoy smelling it. It's a good fragrance. I'm happy to have a full bottle. If I ran out, which this will probably last me for a really long time, I would probably get another bottle as long as it's still available. It's something that's just nice to have in my collection, even if it's something that the majority of the time I wouldn't be able to wear. I'd like to have Winter Nights as well, because it's something smoky I can wear that's not an incense fragrance, and it's accessible. It's something that I'm not going to offend a lot of people from wearing it. Oh, it's just nice. Yeah, I think with the dry down of that, if someone goes to give you a hug, they're going to notice and think it smells nice. It's not challenging, so incredibly challenging. And then Winter Nights, to me, not challenging. It's two smoky scents that might fit the label that you're looking for that you can try out. If you've tried these before and you want to share your thoughts or your reactions on them, please do. I'd like to hear. I'd like to hear what you get from these scents. If you try them after and you have something to say about them, I'd like to hear. But anyway, that's it for now. We'll see you guys next time.